What's up, all you chinchillers? So today I wanted to talk to y'all about some of my best toy recommendations, because I don't know about y'all, but a lot of the time I worry about if my guy is as fulfilled and as enriched as he can be, and more than anything, just if he loves me a bunch for what I bring into his environment. So pretty much today, I wanted to talk to all of you about my top 3 toy recommendations for Chinchilla. And at the end of the video, I'd love to hear from y'all what has worked well for all of you and all of your pets. So let's jump in. One note first, remember, any toys you do bring in, you have to make sure that they're safe. There's no like plastic on them that the guys are gonna chew on, and all things considered, you're not introducing like dangerous toxins and spooky stuff to your chinchilla's life. And taking off with number 1 is the hay and bark balls. So these are just literally little bound up collections of bark or hay or grass that are amazing for a chinchilla to push around and play with. I personally love them because my chinchilla gets a lot of exercise when we're playing together. It files down their teeth, which is super important because as chinchillas age, those chompers just literally keep growing. So whatever is around them, you want to make sure it's safe because they will always be biting. But to start with, the Small Pet Select Meadow Ball is probably my favorite. It is totally handmade in a small farm in the States, so it's super safe. It's made out of that high fiber hay and grasses, and you can mix it up as well. You can get them a bark ball. They're a little bit different than hay balls, so instead of being like a braided together thing, a lot of them are hollow, and you can put treats inside if you'd like, or more hay, or another smaller ball. But regardless, they serve the same purpose. And again, just be super mindful that like if you're buying anything online, or you're buying stuff on Amazon or imported from another country, it might have some unsafe stuff. Number 2 is a Hay and Twig Mobile. So these are fantastic. They smell great. So what's so cool about these that's a little different from the hay and like the bark balls that get pushed around and played with is that a mobile is super chewable. It's made out of safe stuff if you get it from a place like Small Pet Select. It lets them chew it and yank and pull. And thinking of like a chinchilla going to weightlift or going to the gym, the ball, the hay ball, the bark ball, that's fantastic for like pushing something around and working out that angle. This is fantastic for working out the total opposite set of movements and giving the chinchilla some good balanced weightlifting progress, you can say, or a good balanced gym session. And so all these together, we're creating this really balanced environment for our chinchillas to experience. Really similar to trying to like recreate what they would normally have out in the wild in their big herds, where they're able to tug and push their various toys around. Because remember, these are our indoor buddies, but normally they'd be able to explore, pushing things aside, yanking things away. They can't walk around your house necessarily and like find a dandelion leaf to get some good calcium, like find some herbs over here, chew on some bark over there. They can't do what they would normally do. Keeping that in mind, balance out your toys. Number 3, last but not least, are Fidget Sticks. They're really simple, but they're probably one of the more versatile tools because chinchillas, these little foraging animals that love hiding in crevices out in the wild, love to also do some interior decorating. I know mine probably rearranges as much as he can in his cage, like twice a week until he gets it just perfectly. A fidget stick is literally just a safely consumable stick or bundle of hay or round up braided grass. Something that it's safe for them to eat, but at the same time really easy for them to move around. Because a chinchilla is going to want to make like a little nest here, a little hidey hole here, and just get their environment just right. And that's why a fidget stick is my number 3 choice for like the top 3 toys you can give to your chinchilla to like really enrich their environment. Before we go on to the rest of the video, I just wanted to bring this one up again. Something like the Small Pet Select like Wonderland Play-set is awesome because you can incorporate every single aspect and like benefit of all these other toys just with something like this. You've got hooks for your mobiles. There are all sorts of setups like this too, but you've got a full digging mat at the bottom. You can put treats down there, more hay, our favorite. or just more toys. There's also a couple like connectors online for stuff like this, like tunnels and hideaways, and you can get real fancy with it and try to build your chinchilla a little castle, which is quite fun. And last but not least, the bottom here is one of my favorite parts. It's the digging mat. So you're able to have your chinchilla just go crazy on this thing, like dig away, chew, whatever. Really free range here at the bottom. So awesome for interacting with in any way for your chinchilla, but mostly for foraging. Because remember, these guys are just wilding out there. They're looking for all sorts of herbs, treats, constantly eating, constantly chewing lest they develop dental issues. And this digging mat right here is so perfect and like very sturdy and strong. You can put anything in there. So before we leave off today, I wanted to just point out a couple things to look out for when you're getting chinchilla toys. I'll just list them off as a list here. One, chinchillas have really delicate rib cages, so avoid any type of harness. A small slip up and they could be in serious trouble. Two, this one is a little bit more obvious. Avoid mesh flooring that's not covered up, and definitely avoid mesh wheels. It's super dangerous for a chinchilla because they can get their paws caught, and that'd be awful if they're running around and their paws get caught. Speaking of wheels, you want to make sure you get a wheel that's big enough for your chinchilla, because if it's too small, that chinchilla is long enough where it's going to kind of bend its back and it might get hurt over time. Last point on wheels and various toys in general, try to make sure that there aren't like spokes sticking out, because their tails can get caught on that. They could be jumping around and get hurt. Okay, everybody, those are the top 3 best toys that I would recommend to make sure that your chinchilla is enriched and living their best life. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'd love to hear your ideas for toys and your experiences as well. So leave me a comment, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I just wanted to say thank you for being part of the Small Pet Select family. We're all really honored to have you, and we love educating us and you on all the different ways to make our pets' lives better and just supplying them with the best quality stuff we can. So thank you for watching today, and I can't wait to see you again. So if you want to learn more about your chinchilla and you liked this video, go ahead and tap that subscribe button as well as the notification bell, and I will see you next time.